morning, everyone. It is Friday, and like I put in the post earlier in the week, that Friday would be kind of Ashtanga based. So Ashtanga is a practice that I actually was certified in. It's something that you can build on, and we really try to match that breath and that movement. So it's going to be a little bit more stepped up today. Do what you can, like I always say, and if you need a rest, you can always come into that child's pose and just rest there, especially when we get going. We're going to start with about 3 Surya Namaskar A's, and then we'll go to 2 Surya Namaskar B's. So the practice will start intense. I will do something different, so we will just do our basic little warm-up stretch up before we really get started, just because I know a lot of you are used to that, and I want to make sure that we give you that opportunity to do that. All right, so come to the top of your mat. We're going to bring the shoulders up to our ears, and then we're just going to exhale as we roll them back. All right, go ahead and close your eyes and begin to come into your Ujjayi breath. So nice deep inhales through the nose and exhales to the bottom of the belly. And inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe here into that Ujjayi breath. As you are, I want you to remember to just listen to your body like I've always told you. Allow it to guide you, and use this breath today in our practice to draw you deeper, maybe refocus yourself inward. So as your mind possibly begins to wander, just listen to that breath. All right, let's take those hands. We're going to inhale those hands up. Open your eyes if you wish. And exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift the hands up. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift the hands up. With the right hand, we're going to grab that left wrist and come over to the left. Good. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, over to the right. Inhale, come forward. Let's just move ourselves from side to side. All right, we're going to take those wrists out in front of us. We're going to do a lot of chaturangas today. So taking that right wrist, and we're just going to pull those fingertips forward. So let that wrist stretch out a little bit. Okay, same wrist. We're going to drop it down. Bring that palm forward. Okay, left fingers, we're going to pull the fingertips back nice and gently. And then go ahead and flip that wrist down. Okay, a nice little rotation in that wrist. So we're just going to palm closed, close those hands. Now rotate that wrist one way, maybe nice and slow. Try to get that whole movement, and then opposite way. Try not to let that forearm open up too much. So we don't want to see that. Okay, so we're just really trying to focus in on those wrists a little bit. Give them a little love before we start working them out. All right. All right. Neck. We're just going to take the neck to the chin. We're going to nice and roll it over to the right side. Up and around, to the left, and then down. Nice and slow. The slower you go, the more that you'll feel that movement. Allow that neck to kind of release. You can do the chin drag too if you want. Or you can just roll the neck, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And then we're going to take it to the opposite direction. Take it over to the left. Even when you're here, you can start engaging that core, so belly to back still. I'll try to remember to remind you that throughout this practice. It'll be super important. Remember, as we're in our chaturangas, we're going to push those shoulders away from you. Engage the shoulders so we don't dump into the chest. All right, let's come into center. All right. Well, let's start with our practice. All right, to the top of your mat, belly to back. We're going to inhale nice and tall. Exhale, fold all the way down. Go ahead and put a little bend in that knee. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, take those hands down to the mat. Go ahead and step your feet back. You can always come down to those knees. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So you're in your first downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out those legs if you want to. Releasing any tension in those hamstrings. Remember, nice wide fingertips. And hands and push into those palms. Push into the finger pads so that you can release some of that pressure on that wrist. All right, next inhale, we're going to look at those hands. Step our feet forward, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the side. I'm going to do that again. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flatten that back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step your feet back and lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Go ahead and breathe here. You have 5 breaths. For 5, 4, 3, 2, next inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward, lifting halfway, exhale, fold, and inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the side. Good, inhale those hands up, exhale, fold, inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, take those hands down to the mat, step your feet back and lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Go ahead and breathe here for 5. For 5. 4. 3, 2, next inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward, and lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands come to the side. All right, let's take one more. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step your feet back and lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. 5 more breaths here. Push those hands away from you. Nice wide hands. Pushing the chest towards the legs. And keeping that belly to your back. And maybe now you're trying to bring those heels to the mat. Remember, straight legs aren't as important as a long spine here. So if you need to bend those knees, bend them. Next, inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward, and lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, come all the way up. Good, exhale, hands come to the side. Coming into your Utkatasana. So, Sri Namaskar B, feet together, or a little bit apart depending on how you like it. Sit back and tuck the tailbone under. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, take those hands down to the mat. Stepping the feet down. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips. Right foot comes up, and we're going to take that right foot in between the hands. Pivoting the left foot down. Inhale, lift up. Good. Warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. Step that right foot back. Remember, you can float that foot or you can drop it. And exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Left leg comes up now. We're going to take that left foot in between the hands, pivoting the right foot down. And inhale as you come up. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Step that left foot back and lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. All right, so you're here for 5 breaths. You can come into your child's pose at any time, and you can breathe here. I'm going to take 3 more breaths. Next, inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward. Lift halfway, exhale, fold. Bend those knees, inhale, lift up, and exhale, come to standing. So we're going to do that one more time. Bending those knees, tuck that tailbone under, inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, hands come down to the mat, step your feet back, and lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Right foot comes up, stepping that right foot in between the hands. We're going to come into the warrior one as we inhale. Exhale, hands come down, step that foot back, and lower down into your chaturanga. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Left leg comes up. Stepping that left foot in between the hands. Pivoting the right, inhale up into your warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. Step that foot back and lower down. Inhale, lift. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. You are here for 5 breaths. Breathing here. Catch that breath again. Reconnect. Use this moment. Next, inhale, look at those hands. We're going to step our feet forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and bend those knees. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Hands come to the side, standing position. All right, hip distance apart on those feet. We're going to take those hands to our hips. And inhale through the crown of the head here, tucking that belly to your back. Exhale as you fold. Taking those peace fingers, we're going to wrap around the big toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. And then exhale, take that crown of the head and reach it towards the mat. Remember, you can keep the knees bent if you need to. Elbows come out to the side as you draw the crown of the head down. Keep the belly to the back as you breathe. All right, we're going to inhale, lift only halfway. Taking those hands, we're going to slide them underneath the feet. So we're going to try to get the toes to the wrist crease, all right? Inhale, lift the crown of the head forward once again. Exhale, taking that crown towards the mat now. Good, breathing here. inhale, release that. We're going to lift halfway and place your hands on your hips as you exhale right there. And then inhale, come all the way up. Good. All right, let's take a big step out with our right foot. We're going to come into our triangle pose. So right foot comes back. We're going to reach the fingertips out to the sides. Okay, front leg is straight. We're going to reach forward with that left hand, dropping that left hand down as we slide the right hand up and then slide the left hand down the leg. Okay, so we're in our triangle pose right here. If you want, you can wrap those peace fingers around the big toe. Try not to compromise the alignment of those shoulders. So the shoulders are nice and stacked as you breathe here. Good, we're going to inhale, come all the way up. We're going to pivot our body to the back of the mat now. I want you to take the right hand forward, drop that down. We're going to come into that triangle pose on the right side. So right leg is straight. Good. Breathing here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to inhale ourselves all the way up. So we're going to take a twisted triangle to the back. So this left foot needs to point to the back of the mat. Okay, so left foot to the back, right foot points to the back of the mat. We're going to lift our left hand up. We're going to reach forward as we take that left hand to the outside of that right leg. So you can keep your hand on your hip as you try to twist that body. You can raise that hand on the right hand up. It's up to you. We're going to breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Inhale. Let's bring ourselves all the way up. Pivot to the front of the mat now. So remember, both feet are going to point towards the front of the mat now. Right hand reaches up, reaching over to the left side. We're going to take that right hand to the outside of that left leg. We can twist our body open, reaching the left hand up as we breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Let's inhale, come up. And exhale, step to the front of your mat. All right. Very good. Go ahead and step back with that right foot once again. So right foot, it doesn't have to be 45. It can be a little bit less because we're going to take a stretch here. So left forearm goes on top of the left bent knee thigh. Okay, we're going to take our right hand and reach it over. Go ahead and take that gaze towards that right hand if you can. And we're going to breathe here. Keep that belly tucked. Make sure this left foot is pointing towards the left, or left knee is pointing towards the left toes. We don't want to collapse in that knee. All right, we're going to inhale, lift up, pivot to the back of your mat. So same movement. On the back of the mat, right knee bends. Right forearm comes on top. We're going to take that left hand over and breathe there. Remember, if the left hand doesn't want to come over to the side, you can bring it across the body to open it up. Key is to try not to collapse that neck. You either want to reach it out. It's a tendency. All right, inhale, come up. So we're going to step to the back of the mat. Or not step, I'm sorry, we're going to pivot to the back of the mat. Same movement. Toes are going to point towards the back of the mat, okay? Toes pointing towards the back of the mat. Taking the hands to heart center. We're going to take a twist here. So inhale through the crown of the head. And then exhale, left tricep is going to come over to the right knee. All right, so when we're here, push down that right hand. Try to center the chest. Keep the left foot planted. We'll have a tendency to want to lift here. Take 3 more breaths. Good. Now inhale, come up, and then pivot yourself to the front of the mat. The toes are going to be pointing forward. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, lift through the crown, and exhale, take a twist. Good. Push down. Good. Inhale, come up, and exhale, step to the front of your mat. All right. Good job. Let's take a big step out with the left foot, whichever foot you need, so that you can see. Okay, I'm going to slightly pivot those toes in. Taking my hands to my hips, I'm going to inhale, reach the crown of the head up. We've all done this. Exhale, fold right here. Drop those hands down to the mat. Maybe you open up your stance a little bit more. We're going to inhale, reach the crown of the head forward, and exhale, fold. So we can take our hands, and walk them in alignment with those heels maybe. As we're doing this, we're actually using the hands to try to draw the crown of the head deeper. So you can feel your shoulders engaged. You can feel your biceps working here. And then try to take that balance from the heels towards more of the balls of your feet. Good. We're going to inhale as we walk those hands out. Go ahead and exhale as you take those hands to your hips. And then inhale as you lift yourself all the way up. Good. Inhale, reach the hands straight out to the sides. We're going to take those thumbs and take them to our back. So thumbs to the back. So that's going to take our chest forward, bring our shoulder blades working together. We're going to take that belly to our back, so tuck that lower belly in. Inhale, reach the crown of the head up, and then exhale, fold once again. Remember, weight comes towards the balls of your feet. Keep the belly nice and tucked as you fold. All right, inhale, lift all the way up. Good, and you can exhale to release those hands. Maybe shake them out if you need to. Inhale, reach those hands out to the side. Exhale, taking those hands behind you. We're going to clasp those fingers together. Bring that chest forward. Keep that belly to the back. Inhale, reach to the crown of the head. Exhale, allow those shoulders now to open up. So I want to take those arms away from us. Okay. Allow them to open up however it's comfortable. Trying to reach that crown of the head towards the mat. And inhale, come all the way up. And release those hands. One more fold. We're going to take those hands to our waist. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up. Keeping that belly to your back, we're going to exhale and fold right here. Drop those hands down if you want. We're going to take the peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes. So one of the things that a lot of people like to do, I did especially when I was starting, is those thumbs push down on the mat so that you can, I call them a kickstand. So don't push the thumbs down. Roll those thumbs underneath. So we're not using the thumbs to keep us balanced here. Okay, inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale as you take that crown of the head, reach it towards the mat. So we're going to bring the elbows up to the sky as we breathe for 5, 4, keep that belly tucked. 3, the mula bandhas are engaged here as well. 2, and inhale, lift the crown of the head up, lift halfway. We're going to take our hands to our hips right here, and we're going to exhale. And then inhale, lift all the way up. Good. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Very good. All right, coming in. Let's take a full vinyasa right here. So inhale, the hands up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step your feet back. Go ahead and lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. All right, next inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward and lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the side. All right, we're gonna take about a half of a step back with that right foot. Feet are gonna point forward. So remember, both feet are pointing towards the mat. Taking those hands, and we're gonna actually try to take them behind our back into a reverse prayer. Okay, so if you can do this, awesome. If you can't, and maybe you only have your knuckles together, which is available to you, whichever one, whatever you can do, just take whatever position that is. Okay, so chest comes forward. We're going to try to roll those shoulders back, keep the belly tucked. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up, and exhale, fold over this left foot, or this left leg. Okay, and we're going to breathe here. 5, 4, keep that belly tucked. 3, 2, and inhale, come all the way up. So you're going to keep your hands there. We're going to just pivot our body to the front of the back of the mat. So same thing, about a half foot apart. Inhale. Lift the crown of the head up, and a half foot step back, and exhale, fold over that right leg down. Four, 3, 2, good. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. We're going to pivot our body to the front of the mat. And go ahead and release that and shake that out if you need to. Yeah? Step to the front of the mat. All right, good job. All right, let's come into your tree pose. So left foot is going to be into the mat. We're going to take that right foot and bring it into your tree pose. So if anybody wants to advance from this position right here, you can take this right foot and you can just grab it with the left. If you can take that knee down, pointing to the mat, okay? So if you want to do that, you can challenge yourself today a little bit further. Find a point of focus, and then you can take this right hand around. So you can try to grab the foot, okay, or you can just grab that wrist. Keep that chest forward, belly to back, mula bandhas engaged as you breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then inhale. As you bring those hands up, you can release that leg, and exhale, release. Okay, so right foot's going to come into that mat. Come into your regular tree. Okay, if you want to try to take it a little bit further, that left foot now is going to come into your half lotus. knee tries to point down to the ground, and then we can shake our left hand around. Try to grab whatever you can. It could be just the elbow of that right. So you could go ahead and breathe here, belly to back, chest forward. Mula Bandha is engaged and focusing on something for 4, 3, 2. Good. Go ahead and inhale and release everything. And exhale. Good job. All right. We're going to plant that left foot back into the mat. We're going to take that right leg and bring it forward. So you can just take that right knee into the chest. You can work on that. You can work on grabbing those right toes with your peace fingers here, keeping your body lifted. You can even be right here, or you can try to extend completely out. So work on whatever you want to here. We're going to breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and now take that right leg or the right knee. We're going to open it up. So we're going to open it up to the right side. I'm falling over today. All right, breathing there for 5. Keep your hold of your leg. 4, keep that foot flexed. 3, 2, and now everybody bring that leg forward and extend out that right leg as much as you can and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, lift that leg up, and then go ahead and release. Wow, that was a lot on my left calf today. It was obviously gripping the ground too much. So we got to work on that balance in the brain. All right. Right foot comes into the mat. We're going to take that left leg and bring it forward. So remember, you can always grab those peace fingers around the left toes and extend out however you want. Just keep the chest nice and lifted, belly to back, and Mula Bandha is engaged. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead and lift that leg and open up to the left. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring that leg forward. We're going to extend out the leg straight and breathe and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good job. All right. Let's come back to the top of your mat. Okay. We're going to drop into our Utkatasana. So feet can be together. Feet can be a little bit separated. So whatever is available, our bodies are different. And so go ahead and drop into that chair pose. So I want to tuck my belly to my back, which takes my tailbone under. Inhale the hands up and breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're just going to inhale, lift our bodies up. Good, and exhale, release. Let's take a full vinyasa. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step your feet back and lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips. We're going to take that right leg up and then take that right leg in between those hands. So inhale, lift up. Good. Breathing here into your warrior 1 for 4, 3, 2, and inhale, straighten that front leg. We're going to pivot to the back. So we're going to drop into the warrior 1 on the left leg. So drop down, make sure those shoulders are staying over the hips. For 4, 3, 2, And we're going to open up right here to our warrior two. So open up, fingertips reach out to the sides, still bending into your left knee, and still feeling the outside of that right foot planted. Relax those shoulders. All right, let's inhale the left leg straight. We're going to pivot our body to the front of the mat, dropping into your warrior two on the right side, keeping those fingertips reaching out, looking over the right fingers. Okay, we're going to take that right hand, we're going to windmill those hands down to the mat. Stepping that right foot back. You're going to float that foot if you want. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Very good. Go ahead and breathe here. All right, that next inhale, I want you to step your feet forward into a seat. So we're going to have a seat right here. Taking those legs straight out in front of you. Taking that belly to your back, chest forward. We're going to take the hands and place them right beside or a little bit in front of the hips. We're going to roll our shoulders back, push our chest forward as we do this. So we're pushing those hands into the mat, flexing those feet back, engaging the mula bandhas, the lower belly, and then we're going to drop that chin to our chest. And breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and inhale, lift that head up. Take those hands about 6 inches behind you. You can point those toes straight out. You can stay here, push that chest forward, drop the head back, flex those feet, or you can point those toes out. And we're going to inhale as we lift. So lift up, drop that head back, try to get those toes down to the mat. Good, exhale, bring those hips down. Let's inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Peace fingers are on the big toes. Inhale, lift the chest forward, and then exhale, fold a little bit deeper from those hips. Looking at the toes, or you can look at the navel, whichever is comfortable for you as you breathe. Remember, keep that belly to your back. 3 more breaths. All right, we're going to inhale, lifting only halfway right here, and then we're going to walk those hands to the outside of our feet. So a little bit deeper stretch here. Inhale, lift the chest forward one more time. Exhale, fold. So you can even grab as far as you can. Maybe you're taking those hands behind your feet and clasping them together. If you're really super duper able to, you can grab the wrist. All right, let's inhale, come up. We're going to cross those legs. We're going to roll to the front of our mat. And we're going to take those legs behind us into the top of your plank. Exhale down. And inhale up. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. And then come back into a seat. So in lieu of those little vinyasa in the middle, you can always just bring the knees in and push the hands away from you. There's other things that you can do, okay? So you just breathe there for about 3 breaths or so. All right, we're going to take that right foot, and I'm going to place that right foot right in to my left hip. So I'm going to go into half lotus. If I can't come into half lotus, then I'm going to try to just drop that right foot on top of that left thigh. All right, I am going to wrap my right hand around, grabbing my right toes. Otherwise, if you can't do that, inhale both hands up, and we're just going to exhale, reach over to that left leg. And breathe here, keeping the belly to back and the mula bandhas engaged. Good. Inhale, come up. Typically take a vinyasa here if you want. I'm just going to switch sides. So right leg is straight. Left foot comes into that half lotus or on top of that right foot, okay, or right leg. I'm going to reach over with my left hand to grab those the toes of the left foot. If you can't do that, that's okay. Inhale both hands up and exhale, fold over to that right leg. We're going to breathe here, checking in on our belly to back, checking in our mula bandhas and making sure they're nice and tight here as much as you can. Breathing. All right, let's inhale, come up. We're going to cross those legs and we're going to roll onto our fingers again, our hands. Step back on the top of your plank. Remember, you can opt out. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips, and then we're going to come back into that seat. All right, right foot now is going to come into the left thigh. So we're just going to keep it in the thigh now. We're going to inhale the hands up and then exhale, fold forward, grabbing whatever you can. I'm going to grab my feet. I'm going to inhale, lift my chest forward, and then exhale, fold a little bit deeper into this posture. Good. Inhale, come up. And then we can just switch sides. So my right leg's going out. My left leg is going to go into my left foot into the right thigh. Inhale the hands up and exhale, fold. I'm going to inhale, lift my chest forward one more time, and then exhale, fold a little bit deeper as I breathe. Very good. Inhale, come up. I'm going to cross my legs and roll myself up to my top of my plank once again. Remember, you can opt out. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Taking those feet cross leg maybe, and just take a seat. Okay, we're going to skip a few things here, but let's take that right leg and take it as close. So knee high, so knees bent. We're going to take about a hand distance between our foot and our left leg. I'm going to reach my right hand forward. If my right shoulder is in front of my right knee, I can go ahead and try to wrap my right hand around. So thumb down and around. I'm going to grab my left hand behind my back. If that's not available for you, that's okay. Just inhale both hands up and then exhale, reach to that left foot. Okay, we're just going to take a forward fold here. Push that right foot into the mat. So you can keep that knee pointing up to the ceiling. This tendency here, even if you're not in the bind, if you're just grabbing that left foot, is that right knee starts to flop open. And that's because we need to push that right foot into the mat. You can also squeeze the calf and the thigh together on that right leg. Keep it knee pointing high. Good. Inhale, come up. Let's just switch sides. So right leg comes straight, left foot pushes into the mat, about a hand distance apart. I'm going to take my left hand up. My left shoulder's in front, so I'm going to wrap around. Otherwise, if it is not, you can just grab your right foot with both hands. Okay? So remember, foot pushes into the mat. Squeeze the thighs and the calves together. So maybe you look at that right foot and breathe. All right, let's go ahead and inhale, lift up. Crossing your legs once again. Maybe the opposite foot is in front. We're going to step those feet back to the top of our plank and exhale down. Remember, you can always opt out of this. Inhale, lift. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Okay, coming back into a seat on my mat. All right, let's take a twist here. So taking that right foot, I'm going to bend that right knee. And I'm going to flex that left foot. I can cradle my left arm around that knee, or I can take that knee in front. But my right hand's going to come right behind me. Inhale, and then take your twist. Remember, if you are expecting, or if it's just more comfortable, you can open twist. So you would twist in this sense, you just twist over to the left. You want to keep that crown of the head nice and lifted. You want to keep the belly to the back. That'll help lengthen the spine too. Give you some room to breathe. Good. Inhale, look forward, and we're just going to take the opposite twist. So left foot bends, left hand behind you. Inhale the right hand, and then take your twist. All right, let's inhale as we look forward. We're going to take that twist, or we're going to cross our legs, roll forward. Remember, opting out is fine. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips. Good, and step your feet forward and find a seat on your mat. We're just going to do a couple things. We're skipping a whole lot of the practice. We're going to do a couple things here before we finish. All right. Let's take those feet together. And first, we're going to open up those feet like a book. So thumbs come in the middle. We're going to send those knees towards the mat as we try to open up those feet. Bringing our chest forward. We're going to keep that belly nice and tucked. Right here, we're just going to bring that chin to our chest, and we're going to breathe here, keeping everything nice and engaged for 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale the head up. Now we're going to fold forward from those hips. We're going to lean forward. Maybe the elbows come into the thighs. They don't have to, but you're going to lean forward. We're going to keep that chest forward. You're going to feel it in the inner thighs as you breathe. All right, let's inhale, come up. Go ahead and send those legs out to the sides. You can grab those toes. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then exhale, fold. So as far as you can, we're going to fold, bringing that chest forward, keeping those shoulders back. All right, let's go ahead and bring those knees into together. We're going to take our peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes here. So finding those sit bones, we're going to kind of try to open those legs up into a V and keep our balance. So open up those legs, push that chest forward, and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and bring those knees together. You can cross those legs, roll forward to that top of the plank, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Go ahead and find another seat at your mat. So this time I want you to lay down. So we're going to lay all the way down. Coming into our bridge pose. And then we'll finish with an Avasana and then a Shavasana. Okay. So bringing those feet about hip distance apart. We're going to take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. We're going to inhale one more time. And as we exhale, we're pushing those hips up. Good, you can walk those shoulders under, clasping those hands underneath the hips as you breathe here, keeping those legs nice and tight. Remember, you can always put a little block in between those legs. But if you don't have a block, imagine having a block and how you would have to squeeze them, but not bend those knees in, but how you would have to squeeze the block. to hold yourself up. Good. Shoulders are going to come out right now. We're going to exhale those hips down into the mat. So nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And then push those hips up as we exhale. Maybe walking those shoulders under a little bit deeper, keeping the legs nice and strong. Your glutes are working. We're pushing the chest away from us as much as we can. All right, let's walk those shoulders out and then bring those hips down into the mat. Good, nice deep inhale and exhale. Last lift. Inhale, lift, or inhale, breathe. And exhale. Lift the hips up. Remember, walking those shoulders underneath. We're going to push those hips high, high, high as we breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Roll those shoulders out and then bring those hips down. Go ahead and take those knees into your chest. We're going to rock ourselves from side to side. Let's take a little twist really quick here. So let that left leg go all the way down to keeping the right knee in your hand, and we're going to just take that right knee over to the left. Opening up that left shoulder, maybe looking over that left shoulder. All right, bringing that left knee into your chest. We're going to hug it and release it. Right leg comes into the, left knee comes into the chest now. And then we're going to take it over to the right. Keeping your left shoulder down and looking over the left shoulder. All right, go ahead and take that left knee into the chest, give it a little hug, and then we're going to take that right knee back into the chest. We're going to rock ourselves from side to side. And then go ahead and rock yourself forward to the top of your mat. We're going to come into our Navasanas. So bring those knees into the chest. Keep the lower belly nice and engaged. Bring the chest forward. So we want to try to find those sit bones. So in front of the tailbone, you're going to lean yourself a little bit more forward. Okay, and as soon as you find that little balancing point, go ahead and release those hands and release those legs if you want to. We're going to breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and bring those knees into the chest. You can take those hands behind you and straighten the legs straight up as you hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Maybe push those hands away from you and then take whatever position you want. We're going to breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and exhale down into your low boat. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale all the way down. Reaching those hands over the head. We're going to inhale as we tighten every bit up. And then exhale, release everything. One more time. Let's tighten all of our body up as we inhale. And exhale, release. Side. Maybe you're going to bring those hands off to the side. Maybe open up those feet a little bit so you can release the muscle that's holding onto those feet. Let them flop over to the side. We're going to walk our mind through our calves, through our thighs, and release any muscle tension that we feel. Release the weight of your hips into the mat. Breathe into your natural breath. Release any tension in those shoulders. Walk the mind down to the fingertips, allowing them to relax, and then bringing the focus back to your head. Seeing if you have frown lines. If you do, then release them. Relax your smile and release the tongue from the top of your mouth. Allow yourself to just rest here. I will watch the time for you. Relax in your Shavasana. As you slowly begin to bring yourself back to this moment, begin by wiggling the fingers and toes. Moving your head from side to side. Bringing your knees into your chest and rocking yourself. Bring your knees to one side as you use your hands as a pillow to rest there. Taking one final breath before coming up to a seat at the top of your mat. All right, everyone, let's take a couple breaths together. We're going to inhale those hands up and exhale. Good. Inhale the hands up and bringing those hands to your mind for positive thoughts, to your lips for kind words, and to your heart for a thankful heart. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today in our quarantine days. Remember to stay healthy, stay safe, and obviously stay in. Thank you, everyone. Tell me, message me what you're going to do this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste. All right, guys. Yay! Good job. We'll see you soon. Hope you like that. Bye.